Hey friends, welcome to Afternoon Yoga and welcome to day 11 of your journey to presence. Today's flow is all about the pause, so we'll focus on the inhale, exhale, and the space in between those two, and then also hold poses for a little bit longer and focus a little bit more on alignment, on the integrity of the pose, the integrity of your spine, and the anatomy associated. We're going to get started as we usually do at the back of your mat in a child's pose. So you can go ahead and make your way there, bring your big toes together, knees nice and wide, and then sit your hips on back. Crawl your fingertips forward, forehead presses down to your mat. And immediately create your little chamber, your little internal reflection space here. Press down through your palms, press down through the tops of your feet. And then take a big inhale through your nose. And hold that breath at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale out through your mouth. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, breath, press down through your palms. Make some space in between your shoulder blades all the way. Slow, slow, slow. We'll drop the belly, take your gaze high, press the floor away, scoop your tailbone up and back. And then exhale, press down through your palms. Make that space and try to connect these movements one to the next. Moving super slowly in the spine here. Your inhales bring you forward and your exhales push you back. A few more rounds here, just warming up the spine. Inhale, bring it back through your tabletop position. And then tuck your toes, start to lift your hips up high and back. Find a downward facing dog, start to pedal out your feet here. Bend one knee and then the other. And then gaze forward towards your palms. We're going to hold this down dog for a couple of breaths. So I want you to have some foundation here. Spread your hands nice and wide as your yoga mat, and then fingertips wide. Press into the fingertips like you're clawing into your mat. And then push your belly towards your thighs, your heels towards the mat. Big breath in here through your nose. And then exhale out through your mouth. We'll stay here 4 more breaths, slow and steady. Just seeing if you can elongate those muscle fibers in the backs of your legs all the way to that insertion point in your tailbone. Try to resist any urge to move, to wiggle, and just let the muscles do their job. Last breath here, big inhale through your nose. And an exhale out through your mouth. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes, lift your heels. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Round your spine down, catch opposite elbows, and then take a big bend into your knee, sway from right to left. Soft and steady here. Exhale, slowly release both palms to your mat and then roll it up 1 vertebra at a time. Stacking your spine all the way. Your head and neck land last. And then take a roll with the shoulder blades up to the ears and then roll down your back. Inhale, breath, sweep both arms high. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins. Find length in your spine. I'm just going to hold this one for a moment here. Lift all 10 toes up off of your mat. Press down through the balls of your feet and then press into your palms. Pull your shoulder blades back. Find engagement in your upper back. Reach through the crown of your head. Exhale, round down, tuck chin to chest. Inhale, plant your palms. Step it back, find a high plank. Send your heels back, hug your low belly in. And we'll hold this here for 5 breaths. So find something that is sustainable for you. Puff up in between your shoulder blades, send your heels back. And see if you can steady the breath here. So even through discomfort, even through effort, we can always find this steady breath. Can you find a little more integrity, a little more activation in your core? Exhale, slowly lower down all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, press it up, peel it up, baby cobra. Hug your elbows in, reach through the crown of your head. Exhale, press it up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right toes sweep high. Find a three-legged dog, nice squared hips here. Take a moment to just roll out the ankle, crack your toes. And then exhale, crunch knee to nose, find a round in your spine. Push the floor away. Inhale, up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step right foot to your right thumb, and then pivot your back heel flat, bump it up and out just a hair. Pull your right hip back in space. Squeeze your inner thighs, lift your front toes. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Check in here with your stance and notice if the hip points are not squared towards the front of your mat. If you've got some of this happening in the hips, you might need to move that back foot up and out just a hair. Otherwise, we'll bring biceps towards ears, active fingertips here, and then sink 1 inch lower into that front knee. Knit your low ribs in, stack the spine, big breath in. Exhale to stay. Inhale, breath, reach through your fingertips, grow long. Exhale, sweep your arms back, hover over that front leg, pull your pinkies back together. Create some space in the front body. Inhale, breath, sweep it up, start to straighten out that front leg. Bring your palms together, up overhead, take your gaze with you towards your thumbs. And then exhale, arms go out and around, all the way down to your low lunge. Step your right foot back and then lower all the way down. Inhale to press it up. And exhale to press it back. Downward facing dog. Moving on the left. Inhale, left toes high. Take a moment there. Find your foundation. Squared hips. Notice if you've just flung that left leg way up in the air. I want you to pull it back down so that your hips are in alignment here. Exhale, crunch knee to nose. Slow motion, round your spine, cat, cat, cat. Inhale, up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step to your thumb. Pivot that back heel flat, bump it up and out. And then again, pay attention here. We're gonna pull the left hip back in space, right hip forward, squared hips to start. Inhale, rise, both arms high, warrior one. Palms either together or pressing overhead. And then biceps hugging to your ears. Sink 1 inch deeper, lift the toes. Exhale, sweep your arms, hover over that front leg, pull pinkies back together. Lift the front toes. Inhale, right back up, palms come together, straighten out your front leg. Take your gaze up with you. Exhale, arms out and around, all the way down. Step it back and then lower to your belly. Inhale to press it up. And exhale to press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, find your tippy toes. And then exhale, step, hop, or float to the middle of your mat. We're gonna find a forward fold here to hang out for a moment, for a few breaths. So you can either take peace fingers to your big toes or slide your palms underneath and your toes will meet your wrist crease there. You can take the feet nice and wide, give yourself some more space here. And wherever you land, just swaying right and left. Bending one knee and then the other, shaking out the head. And always noticing that space of pause that we have in between things. In between breaths. In between poses on our mat. in between the reactions, the response that we give to our friends, our families, our loved ones. Exhale, go ahead and release. And then heel toe your feet together so your big toes touch. Lift your heels up high and then slowly lower down. We'll find a toe stand all the way. Maybe you land, reach your arms out in front of you. Find some support for your balance. And then exhale, sit your bottom down. Make your way into an easy pose. Nice and gentle, get in there. Sit up tall in your spine. Let yourself reset here. We'll take one last conscious breath together. Big inhale through your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. Press your hands together at your heart. Bow your head and thank yourself for your practice. From my heart to yours, namaste. I will see you tomorrow.